Good evening, Saturday night, and aren't you a beautiful thing? Look out the window, Yankee Pants.
Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Who the hell is Calamash? Come on, explain.
Then I'd have to explain who Jimmy Durante is, and the
Who's
list
Jimmy
would
Durante?
never end.
Tell me now!
No, I won't. It'll never end.
Welcome to the Saturday Night Show, guys and gals. Cora is in the chat room.
Hello,
She's
Cora.
the first in the chat tonight.
Cora.
Are our mics a little bit loud, or is it me?
Cora.
Or I just got a big mouth?
Well,
Turn me down somewhat.
I can't. It's,
La 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 la.
You know, you're lucky things are even working.
I guess.
Everything's getting old like me.
I know, mate. I feel so loud in my ears.
Well,
If I'm loud in my ears, where's my button?
Right, you mean this?
Good evening, Saturday!
Jesus Christ.
Hello.
Love
Hey.
those things.
Ted Williams is in our chat room.
No way!
Mr. Ted Williams of the United Truckers of America
Hello,
is
Ted
in
Worth.
our chat room.
How's it going over there, mate?
Hey.
Well
what's
done.
happening?
Jolly good. Bravo. Pip pip. And all that crotch rot.
So we've got some cool tunes lined up for you guys tonight. Also, we have Kyle Diagle joining us. He has let us know that he is probably going to be around about half an hour late.
You know, you're saying Diagle. It's Dagle.
Well, I will say it however I want.
Oh, you
to
go
say
right
it.
ahead then. Don't
Yeah.
let me stop you.
That's a British way to say it. You know what I'm saying? He said he's had one hell of a day, and I said, "All right, me duck." And then
me duck.
And he says, "Duck is the good way to explain it." And I said, "Oh well, we can't wait to hear about it." So,
Yeah, well.
so that's going to be an interesting story from Kyle when he gets on with us, and he is the one. If Kelly Lee Phillips is listening, he is the one with the cool accent from where is he from? You know where Davey is from. That kind of-
Louisiana?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he's got that Cajun accent, hasn't he?
That
So-
would be correct. How did you
we,
remember
so
that?
we probably won't even understand a word he's saying, but just pretend you can
I
understand.
will.
him.
You'll be the one having issues.
If you can hear that noise, guys and girls, Randy is having a shave
I'm
on the
shaving
show.
around my mouth over here. I hate that crap growing in there.
He was actually shaving the bottom of his nostrils. If you can just imagine the razor going from like the bottom of his nose up towards the point of his nose.
God
He was
almighty.
shaving the hairs. He likes the hairs actually up his nose.
Hey, listen.
What?
It's George Strait.
George Strait.
Red and So Wine. Waylon and Willie with the Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. That old
evening.
Waylon and Willie machine.
Hey, Deborah that holds the tit. She's in the chatter room right now.
Hello, Deborah.
And I do believe that John Chandler from Rubber Duck Trucking is tuned in tonight.
Well, hello, Mr. Chandler.
Hello. Hey.
Keep on the trucking, laddie.
Yes. He has some cool shirts, and they are made, would you believe? You're going to fall off your chair in shock when you hear this. They are made by the Yankee and the Brit. Yes, they are.
Well, as a matter of fact, they are. Imagine that. Hard to believe, huh? And there he goes.
Bloody hell, when he says he was tuned into that, I didn't expect him to be flying down the road, honking his horn. Bloody hell.
He's a horny old cuss, he is. Alrighty, well, anyways, I got a laundry done today. I did good. And I got lots of painting done today. I've been a busy little puppy. Outside, baby, while it's nice.
And Randy had to climb up on the roof to claim some T-shirts and some underwear that flew off from the wind. They both landed on the roof.
It was so
we had to
friggin'
climb
windy
up.
today when I was painting. I think I painted Andy M's house up in Kansas, too. That shit was blowing like crazy. Oh, my God. I had to quit.
And my undies stuck to the wet paint on the on Randy's shed that he was painting.
That white spot on your ass is not a slap from my hand.
Stinky wet paint. I'm gonna have a crusty butt when I wear them.
Nothing new there.
No, nothing new at all.
Oh, yeah, what a day. Man, so friggin' windy. I couldn't believe it. All day, like, they said it was only like in the 20-some miles. You're full of shit, man. It's 30, 35, 40-mile-an-hour gusts. Blowing crap everywhere, man.
And
Couldn't
that was
keep
just
up.
from his arse.
That's a lot of hot air.
You, my darling, are a lot.
I went out there and hung up about 4 or 5 items on the line, turned around, went over to the trolley to get some more. I got a little grocery cart. I take them from the washing machine and wheel them over to the clothesline. And I turned around to the trolley, buggy, shopping cart, wherever you want to call it, and grabbed another thing to turn around and hang it up, and all the other ones were hanging by one pin. They'd all blown down. And just luckily one pin was holding them up. They never made it to the ground, but I had to do it all over again.
And I don't know how many of our neighbours are going to find my undies in the trees.
I saw the Mexican lady go by over there.
And she went, arriba,
and there was a pair of undies stuck to her windshield. They were flapping in the breeze. They wouldn't come loose either.
And that was before
she had the wipers going. They wouldn't break loose. They were stuck so tight. It must have been that crusty spot.
You should have washed them ones.
Oh, man. But at least all the butt funk's going out of my clothes. So that's a good
John Chandler's going to tune back out if he's listening to this conversation.
These are the people that make my hats. What are you, nuts?
Yes, these weirdos make the rubber duck trucking shirts and hats and things and hoodies and things.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack.
Quack, 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 quack. Anyway, it's been quite a day. Nice day outside. Went and had a little bite to eat after 3 days of sitting in here doing nothing. Driving us nuts. She'd been a whack job all day long with that website. God.
Yes. Get the hell out of here.
Don't you have something to do outside? I was out there most of the day, but it wasn't long enough, I guess.
Yeah, he came back in and says, "Oh, you got some stuff to do out there."
Go back out there and do something
I'm trying
else.
to concentrate, and Randy will click on videos and click on videos. And, he doesn't just click on any videos. He has to click on the loudest ones.
The noisiest, loudest ones you can find. Drag cars.
Drag cars, train horns. Truck horns. Boat horns.
Lots of truck horns. All about the truck horns. Yeah, look out! Here he comes! Yeah, it's crazy around here, man.
John Chandler. Yeah, and I'm trying to do stuff over here.
Tractor pulls.
Cannot concentrate.
Love
Or
those
he'll click on a video where there's loads of screamy, shouty Americans that are all shouty for no reason.
Stupid stuff, some of that
Yeah.
stuff. It looks great in the preview, but then you watch it, it's like, seriously? And then there's this new McDonald's commercial somebody posted. I had to watch it to see what it was all about. Oh, gag factor. All these
You almost did it
punky
then. You
kids.
almost went,
All these, all these punky kids singing. Oh my God, I can't stand that crap. Ugh. Geez, why don't they learn to sing real music? Whatever happened to real music, anyways? Oh, we got some here. Boxcar Willie and Freightliner Fever. That's what we got. Ain't nothing like a good old trucking song to make the evening better. Gotta love it. So what's going on?
yes, Mr. John Chandler made it into the chat room. I
He
know he was
did.
having problems earlier. How is the rubber dog? We want to know how the doggy is. You know, the one that has the rubber dog trucking.
Who wants to know?
I want to know how the little rubber dog is.
How's the rubber dog?
We made a little doggy shirt for John Chandler's little dog, and it was so tiny and so cute.
I thought it was cute as hell.
Yeah, we crossed out the rubber duck and put dog on it. It was so cool, so cute.
Crossed out the duck.
Yes.
Nothing worse than crossing out the duck. Quack, quack. Well, it's good to see you there, Mr. Truck Driver.
Yes, yes, awesome.
I'd like to get some of our truck drivers back in there. They all disappeared. Probably out on the road. Love having you guys here. That means I get to play all the trucking songs and all the little sound effects and go back to the way I wish it was, in my mind anyways. Too bad it's not like it used to be, but some of you guys manage. I don't know how you put up with it, but...
Kelly Lee Phillips says...
God bless you.
I was telling Kelly about how the one with the Cajun accent was coming on tonight because she was talking about him weeks ago. And she says, "Oh, the hottie. Damn, I'm out eating. Tell him I love him."
She's where?
She said she's out eating and she's eating and she says, "Tell him I love him."
Well, hurry up. Get done with your dinner and get on here. What's the matter with you?
I know.
Yeah, Kyle Diagle will be with us here probably about 8:30-ish or so, somewhere in that neck of the woods from what he says. So, somebody was asking about who he is. Well, here's one of his tunes. Kyle Diagle, I'm through with it. Yes, sir, sounding good. Kyle Diagle, I'm through with it. Going to be joining us later.
Yes, he's going to be here at 8:30.
RTM Radio presents Real Men of Trucking. Real men driving. Today, we salute you, swift truck driver. Swift truck driver. Day after day, mile after mile, you'll hit or run over anything to get your load where it's gotta go. Nothing can stop me now. Not bridges, low clearance overpasses, illegal U-turns, road construction, nor any tight spaces can deter you from putting your truck where you think it needs to go.
Oops, get out of my way now.
Throwing caution and most often common sense to the wind, you'll run through, into, and over any obstacle to complete your run.
Gotta get her done now.
So crack open a 53-foot trailer and a cold energy drink, oh king of the truck demolition derby.
Somebody call dispatch now. Wait a minute, you already did.
Swift Trucking in a class of its own. Swift Trucking, Phoenix, Arizona.
It's more than music. More than music. It's a state of mind.
Don't stop. Let's go.
It's a way of life. And there's nobody that throws down country better than this.
Welcome everybody.
On the RTM Radio Network.
Bill Weaver, here's my man. I'm rolling. The Yankee and the Brits, country style. Kyle Diagle tonight. Oh, yes, it is Saturday night. Bill Mack, the Yankee and the Brit, and the RTM Radio Network. What's going on, everybody?
Oh, John Chandler would like to hear Convoy.
Oh, we can do that.
Yes.
Ooh, I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yeah, John, tell us what pooch you have. Because I was looking at your doggy and I can't tell what doggy she is. She just looks like she's so cute and she's got loads of fur to grow into. And the feet are really, really big, so you're going to have a big, huge
I can tell you what it looks like.
Big, silly dog.
I can tell you what their dog looks like.
What?
4 legs, 4 feet, pads on the bottom, ears, floppy
Cute
probably.
floppy ears.
Small, brown, 2 eyes.
And by the time she gets older, she's going to be wondering whether she's a dog or a dog.
Quack, quack. Possibly.
Quack wolf.
Here's something I think Mr. Chandler might like. There we go.
Convoy.
Ain't no good till the breaker's clear. Besides, I wanted you to shut up.
Absolutely not. Not happening.
God, that takes me back to lots of times trucking out there across the highways and the byways of the United States of America when it used to be united. I was reading the thing a little bit ago. They said that all those missiles over there didn't really stop a damn thing. They already bombed Syria again, those clowns. So, take that, Trump. I guess that's what I've seen, just a little blurb of it so far, but I'll have to check into that and see how much of that's true. But I can't believe 59 friggin' missiles and it didn't make them think. Like, seriously? I think they did it once. I would hope the hell they'd do it again. As Bugs Bunny would say, this means war. Yeah, what's up, Doc?
What a maroon.
What?
What a maroon.
Yeah, what a maroon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. That's for sure.
Hey, look, there's some of my underpants blowing down the garden.
Look at 'em go.
Go catch them. Hey, there's a rabbit. Hey, rabbit, catch my knickers.
Bloody wanker.
Night out on the town, $75.
So, how about a blowjob?
Getting the nerve to ask such a question? $12 bottle of wine.
Are you crazy? My parents might see.
Come on, who's gonna see us at this hour? I'll return the favor.
Wait, can you imagine if we got caught? Oh my God, what my dad would do to you.
There's nobody around. Everybody's asleep.
No way, it's way too risky.
Please. I love you so much.
Actually using a line like that? Another $12 bottle of wine.
I just can't.
Please?
Dad says to go ahead and give him a blowjob. Or I can do it. Or if need be, he'll come down himself and do it. But for God's sake, tell him to take his hand off the intercom.
Having a girlfriend whose father has a sense of humor? Priceless.
You're tuned into the Yankee and the Brit on the RTM Radio Network.
Here's my lovely, lovely wife singing Fever.
It's the wife.
No, that's you.
Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever. When When you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Sun lights up the daytime, moon lights up the night. I light up when you call my name, and you know I'm gonna treat you right. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, a fever all through the night. Everybody's got the fever, that is something you all know. Fever isn't such a new thing, fever started long ago. Romeo loved Juliet, Juliet, she felt the same. When he put his arms around her, he said, Julie, baby, you're my flame, you give a fever. When we kiss a fever with thy flaming youth. Fever, I'm on fire, fever, yeah, I burn pursuit. Captain Smith and Pocahontas had a very mad affair. When her daddy tried to kill him, she said, Daddy, oh, don't you dare, he gives me fever. With his kisses, fever when he holds me tight. Fever, I'm his missus, Daddy, won't you treat him right? Now you've listened to my story, here's the point that I have made. Chicks were born to give you fever, be it Fahrenheit or centigrade, they give you fever. When you kiss them, fever if you live and learn. Fever, till you sizzle, what a lovely way to burn. 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 By request for the brattiest of brats of the RTM radio network, for Rebecca Braun.
You're the reason I'm riding around on recap tires.
And you're the reason I'm hanging out clothes outside on the walls.
And you're the reason our kids are ugly, little darlings. All the looks ain't everything, and money ain't everything, but I love you just the same. You're the reason I've changed a beer from soda pop.
You're the reason I never get to go to the beauty shop.
You're the reason our kids are ugly, little darlings. All my looks ain't everything, and money ain't everything, but I love you just the same. I guess that we won't ever have everything we need, 'cause when we get ahead, it's got another mouth to feed.
And that's the reason that my good looks are my biggest con.
And that's the reason that I ain't got no head of cold. And you're the reason our kids are ugly, little darlings. All my looks ain't everything, and money ain't everything, but I love you just the same.
Bradley, why in the devil don't you go and shave and put on a clean pair of pants?
But Donna, look at yourself. I wish you'd take them curlers out of your hair and go put on a little bit of makeup and get out of that house coat before supper.
Ha! Well, let me tell you something, Randy. Considering everything that I went through today, I look like a movie star.
Yeah, Phyllis Dillon.
Thank you.
Besides that, all our kids took after your part of our family anyway.
Oh, they did, huh? What about the ones that's bald?
Well, I guess you might say they took after me. Yankee and the Brit, you're the reason our kids are ugly by a request from the radio brat. Good choice, I think.
Yes, for the radio brat. She better not be grounded for writing that wrong.
Cale Daigle's going to be joining us here sometime shortly. Let's get after a couple tunes of his. You can get an idea what kind of music he does. Some great stuff, I got to tell you.
Yes, he's going to be joining us at the bottom of the hour.
And Donna's all excited about his voice. What's that?
Do you even say at the bottom of the hour?
Sure.
You know, like you say at the top of the hour.
Right, of course.
You mean half past.
You can do that.
Oh, all right. Just checking.
Americans are not as stupid as you British people.
Well, Debra says that the brat is grounded for saying twat in the chat. But I think that's predictive text, and predictive text will use words that you use regularly yourself. So, Mother Debra should be grounded because it's Debra that uses that word regular.
That's not right. Come on now, Mom. You got to loosen up the chains a little bit. I'm sure it was an honest mistake.
Yes, I think so too. Come on, we're sticking up for the brat here.
I'm trying, but I don't think it's working.
We can't have a ground.
I can see the evil eye that Debra has given me.
What are you
we
talking
can't
about,
we can't have our brat
I forgot how to do the evil
grounded. I think you don't. I don't think you forgot how to do the evil eye.
Takes a little practice, though. Kyle Daigle, what the old folks say with the Yankee and the Brit.
And that right there is how John Chandler got his name for his trucking company. Rubber Duck Trucking, everyone.
Shame on you.
I know. Such a disgusting wench.
Oh, my God. We're doing it country with Kyle Daigle tonight. Be here in a little bit. And the Yankee and the Brit joining you on a Saturday night. We get all kinds of country. You know, I read something the other day about... I read it, but I've seen it off and on here lately that so many stations don't play real country music. Well, we'll play any country you want to hear. We don't care how old it is or how new it is, as long as it's not that country rap crap kind of stuff. We like that old country. And this new country we've been playing, these guys bringing it back. Some good stuff, man. Certainly well worth it. So if you click like and share the page and let people know they can get their country choices right here. If they haven't heard it for a long time, can't find it out there somewhere, send them over here. You can almost always find it. We haven't had too much trouble ever finding a song for anybody. Sometimes it takes a little looking around, but we manage to find them. So, spread the word, man. Yankee and the Brit, the RTM Radio Network.
Night, a big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas.
Here's the main man, Steve Merle Haggard and Silver Wings with the Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. On the phone with us, we have the wondrous, most fantasticus, Kyle Daigle. Hello, sir.
Say hello, Kyle.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Doing all right. So how was the concert?
The concert was great. It was definitely one for the books. Probably one of the better concerts I've seen in a while.
Did you have a front row seat?
Wasn't front row seats, but it was probably about 20 rows back on the ground. We did have floor seats, so that was cool.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. So you got a who'd you go see again?
It was Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It was their first concert, I believe, in 10 years. They started a new tour, and this was their first stop right here in New Orleans.
So did you get a good look at Faith Hill?
We actually got a really good look. If you go on my Facebook page, it was crazy. We was 30 rows back, in mid-song, Tim and Faith both walked out, and we got to shake their hands, and we got videos of it on the Facebook page if anybody wants to check it out.
Has she still got it all going on?
She got it going on. I mean, she's like everybody else. I mean, they both aged a little bit. They're not what they was 10 years ago, looks-wise, but they could still sing, certainly.
Ain't none of us look like we did 10 years ago.
No, unfortunately.
She's still a doll, though. I'll give her that.
Oh, definitely. No doubt.
How'd you get into country music?
Well, it was really, I guess I owe it all to my grandpa. Growing up, I mean, that's all we played in the house, you know, Merle Haggard and Conway Twitty and stuff like that. So I kind of didn't have a choice at first what I was listening to, but I wouldn't have changed it. That's my genre of music, so I stuck with it.
Your song Grandpa, I call him Grandpa. Boy, what a great tune that is.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, that seems to be the one that out of 4 that I recently released, that seems to be the one that everybody's gravitating towards.
Did you write that about your grandpa?
I did, yes, sir.
Ah, nice song. I was having a good listen to that earlier.
Do you write all your own songs?
Yes, I do.
Boy, you got some nice ones too, man. The ones we played, great stuff. I'm telling you, the sound is fantastic. What studio did you go to? You have your own?
No, I do have a home studio that I kind of lay down just ideas, but I use a studio in Georgia. It's a place in Covington, Georgia. And I use all those guys. It's all studio musicians.
Well, they got it together, I'll say that. What the Old Folks Say, that's another cool. I like all of them. What the Old Folks Say, Can't Make Him Drink, I'm Through With It. They all sound fantastic, man. I wasn't expecting any of that.
Yeah, I was kind of, What the Old Folks Say was one of my favorites also whenever I put them out, and I thought that would be the one that would kind of gravitate to everybody, and it ended up being, I called him Grandpa, so it was one of the slow ones. I figured, What the Old Folks Say was a little more upbeat, so it'd be something that people would want to, drive around listening to, but
yeah, I liked it.
It still did pretty well.
I liked it because of the upbeat, but Grandpa, everybody loves their grandpa, though.
That's right. I think that's why that one did so good. I mean, everybody has a grandpa, and, so you can kind of easily relate to it,
So he really taught you to play?
He did. He taught me my first chords on the guitar, and actually at the end of I Called Him Grandpa, the last verse is that's what I'm talking about. The first chord, the G chord.
Yeah.
If you listen to it, that was the first chord he taught me to play. So it all started with a G chord.
Did Grandpa play like with a band or anything?
He did. He was a musician his whole life, and he played. It's funny. A lot of the places that I'm currently playing right now was places that he played in. So it's kind of like Pat Arch kind of deal. So, but he was a musician, and he went all over with it.
You ever think about that you're walking in his footsteps?
I do. Sometimes whenever I'm playing on stage, I think about him, and I was talking to my girlfriend about that on the way up to New Orleans, actually. There's a place in a town called Houma that called me that's been open for, 80 years now, the Jolly Inn, and that's a place that he played a lot of his gigs in, and I'm going to be playing my first gig there, hopefully coming up within the next month or so.
You ever catch yourself sounding like him at all?
Yeah, I think sometimes whenever I sing, I can hear him in me. I mean, he had his own style, but I do hear some of the things because even he taught me guitar, but he also started me off singing also.
I think that's great because I wasn't that close with my my one grandpa. My other grandpa died when he was like 52, so I only barely remember his face. But so I didn't really have a grandpa that I could hang out with and enjoy. But I envy those that do. And that song especially is like, wow, that's just that's cool as can be.
Yeah, it's beautiful song.
Right.
Who else? Anybody else sing along with you, or do you have your own band also?
I do have a band. The band is called Whiskey Steel. If you go to my Facebook page, there's some links you can find to lead you to that band. But honestly, in the last, I would say 3 or 4 months, I kind of took a break. As a whole, we all took a break just so I can finish my CD. And I'm getting pretty close. I got 2 more songs left to record. And then after that, we're going to start playing again and making a few stops at some bars. But I haven't stopped doing acoustic. I still do acoustic performances just to, keep up with the songs I know I don't want to forget them. So I stay playing those, So we stay pretty active. And my acoustic band is 90 Proof. You can find that also on Facebook.
Now, you're from Louisiana, right?
Yes, sir.
So are you considered a Cajun where you're from?
I am, yep. And it's funny because especially the area I'm from, Piepart, I know y'all never heard of that, but have you ever watched Swamp People?
Of course.
No.
Okay, well, you know Troy Landry.
Uh-huh.
Well, where Troy Landry's from is Piepart. He kind of put Piepart on the map. So, but around my area is mostly, are y'all familiar with swamp pop music?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, well, that's pretty popular around my area. It's not really a country area, so I guess I kind of stick out like a sore thumb where I'm at. So
nothing wrong with that little bit of extra attention?
Nah, I'll take it.
That's good. So you get to eat all that good crawdad and all that good food then?
Oh, definitely. We don't have a shortage of food, certainly.
I'll bet not. You have big cookouts?
What did you just say? What did he say?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I said we don't have a shortage of food.
Oh!
What do you think he said?
I had no idea. It just sounded like...
You know what, though? I think we're doing pretty good. If that's the only thing you hadn't understood that I said, we're doing good.
Yes, just what I was thinking.
I told Donna before you came on, I said, I can't even imagine this, a Cajun and a Brit talking together. This is going to be something. I'm going to have to explain everything he says.
It's going pretty good. I'm surprised.
Not bad, not bad.
I'm surprised she hasn't asked you to recite the telephone book or something yet.
I will ask him to recite the telephone book. You guys can just talk all night. Talk about anything. I don't care. Just talk.
That's like when you have me record that short
yes.
video clip of me introducing myself, and you played it. People were freaking out.
Yes. Kelly Lee Phillips. She says she's listening in a car. Actually, I sent her a message to say, "Hey, the Cajun guy's coming on." So she tuned in on a car just to have a good listen to your voice.
And it's funny because even here in Louisiana, I mean, I'm from like the very southern part of Louisiana, so we have Cajun dialect where I'm from. So if I go to even places like I'm in right now in New Orleans, like the locals here, they don't talk with the Cajun accent. So even 2 hours from my house, I have people have a hard time understanding me.
Why is that? Too much Yankee influence?
I guess, man. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. You would figure we were close enough and we'd all talk the same, but we don't.
Well, us damn Yankees are everywhere.
Yeah, they're all over.
I'm proud to be a damn Yankee because I love Texas. I'm never leaving this place.
There you go. I love me some Texas, too.
Yeah, it's nice over here. Are you out on tour anywhere, or you just stay local?
Well, right now I'm just kind of staying local, but after the album's finished, we're gonna start venturing out. There's actually a few places in Texas I would like to play. The Texas music scene is really big, and over the years it's growing bigger and bigger with guys like Cody Jinks and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot goes on around here. You can't keep up with it sometimes.
But we're gonna definitely make our way that way.
And you've got to come and see the Yankee and the Brit and sing us a live tune.
Oh, we could definitely do that.
Yeah, we're up north of Dallas, so we ain't too far. We're almost the Oklahoma border, but don't tell anybody we're that close.
No, secret thing.
That's a beautiful thing, that's for sure. Yeah, we love it here, man. The music scene is just unbelievable. I mean, you can't, you're never short on music, and it doesn't matter what kind either, whether you're a rocker or a rapper or whatever, it's just everywhere around here.
Yeah, I have the few channels that I catch on TV embarrass enough. I mean, we don't catch a whole bunch of TV stations living in the swamp, but the few that I catch, we actually started watching.
You sound like Shrek. Living in the swamp.
Well, you could call me Shrek then. That's where we live. But we can actually catch, I think it's called the Texas Music Scene. It's a TV show that comes on.
Right. What's his name from Sleep at the Wheels is the guy. Yeah, right.
Yep. So we watch that pretty often when it comes on, and it's a lot of local talent, not just from Texas, but just other other folks from around the area that just play true country music, and that's what I like about it. It's a certain style, it's not like the.
Do you get any PBS channels over there?
Yes, we do.
You ought to check the schedule online and see if Austin City Limits is on there, because they always got something great on there. Sometimes we go right from here when we end the show at 10, and we go in there and watch Austin City Limits for an hour, and there's always good stuff on there.
I've heard about that one. I've never seen it, but I'm gonna check up on that. I had a lot of people tell me about that one.
I've been trying to figure out how people get invited to there, or how you get in there to play, because I can think of a number of people that should be there, and I haven't been able to find anything that really says how you get in the place.
And there's some people on there that have been famous for years and years and years, and then there's some people that we've never even heard of. And I think to myself, where do they get them from?
I don't know if it's the same with Austin City Limits, but I know the Texas music scene. There's plenty of people that want to be on it, so they take submissions. You have to submit like a song and just a bio about you, and it does cost to be on the show.
Oh, really?
But, yeah. But it's because it's a big. They do a lot for it. They video it, so it's kind of like a keepsake that you can always have, a DVD, and it gets posted everywhere. So I know there's a lot of cost in it.
Oh, the videos are fantastic, and the sound is phenomenal that comes from that place. I mean, I think if you want to get out there and let people know who you are, that's one place if you can afford to get in there. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what it costs, but man, it'd be worth getting on that stage. I can guarantee you that.
It's the way to do it. I mean, they got a lot of exposure. They can put you out there pretty easily.
Yeah, just watched Alison Krauss not too long ago. What a show that was. It's fantastic.
Yeah, she's good. And matter of fact, the first time, speaking of Cody Jinks, the first time I heard of him, it was from that show. It was from the Texas music scene. He was up on there playing Cast No Stones, and that was the first time I heard of him. So it worked. It got all the way to Belle River, Louisiana. So
see, it's everywhere. Have you had a chance to jam with anybody famous?
Unfortunately, no, I haven't. Definitely love to.
Yeah, I bet. Who's in your band, by the way? You got some names of the guys?
Yes, I got 4 other guys. I have a guy named Colin Leonard. I have a guy named Barrett Gautreau, Nolan Richard, and Jared Mobile. It's all a bunch of local hometown Cooney's boys.
I don't want them to feel left out.
No, I didn't understand a word of that. I think, was those names, did you say?
That was 4 names. That was a bunch of Cooney's names. You might not understand that one.
Coonass?
Yes, I don't think she'd understand what that is, but I'll try to explain it later. Or you can tell her now. It doesn't matter.
It's just how, some people are country, some people are redneck, and ain't no bad terms. It's just that's what we are. We Cooney's in the South.
All righty then.
It is what it is. I didn't make up the term. I just live by it.
That's right. There you go.
So when did you start playing music? I know you mentioned playing when you were young with your gramps, but when did you start?
Well, that was probably the first time I was introduced to music. Probably, I don't know, 8 years old, 10 years old, by my grandpa on the guitar. But when you're that young, learning the guitar is probably one of the hardest instruments you're going to pick up, trying to get your little bitty fingers across the neck of a guitar.
Yeah, I bet.
I kind of, like any kid, got a little frustrated with it and moved on to drums. And I picked up that pretty quick, making noise. It kind of helped my ADD out. So started beating on drums. And then later in life, it probably wasn't until I was 20 when I actually picked back up the guitar. And I still remembered the chords my grandpa taught me. So I started there, and fast forward 10 years, and here we are today.
Not bad. Way to go, man. That's actually a short time to be that good.
Yeah, and a lot of people ask me, how long I've been, doing it in public, and that's the funny story. I would say probably 3 years. I was what I call just a living room guitarist and singer. I would just sit on the sofa and just play by myself. I was kind of shy and embarrassed to get out there, so I played a long time just alone, not playing with anybody. And one day I had one of my friends come to the house, and we started picking, and he talked me into starting a little acoustic project, and it just kept growing into a full band. So I guess I can thank him for that.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got it all going on. What do you think about these people that do these Facebook live videos?
Oh, that's definitely the way to go. I talk to a lot of guys, and it's just something to keep up with the people you have on your Facebook, and also they keep sharing it. So it's an easy way to get a stronger fan base and just interact with the people who are already on your Facebook. It's good to keep up with them, and that's a good way to do it.
Have you done it yet?
I haven't done it yet. I don't know why, but I can't get Facebook Live on my music page. So I guess I got to do a little research there. And but I will start doing it here shortly. So,
boy, when you do, let us know so we can tune into a couple of them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's going to be good. Let's see. Now, jeez, I forgot
Deborah in the chat room. That's Deborah that holds the tits. She said she would like to know how she can get hold of your CD. Do you already have a CD out already, or is this one that you're working on your first one?
I don't have a hard copy yet, but I do have digital download. You can go on iTunes, and you can go on Google Play, and it's on Spotify and YouTube, and any digital download center you can get it. I could have made a CD, but it was just 4 songs on the EP. And when I'm finished with the actual CD, it's going to have, I think, 8 or 10 songs is what we're looking at right now. So I didn't want to make a CD now and then make another full CD later, so I just held off.
Yeah.
And Cora in the chat room says hi, Kyle.
Hey, Miss Cora, I told her I'd give her a shout-out. She definitely keeps in touch with me, and I appreciate people like her, so thank you, Miss Cora. She definitely shares all my videos, and she stays active with me, so thank you.
Yeah, she's one hell of a listener, man. We enjoy having her around. She's one of our newer listeners, and it's nice to have her hanging out with us quite regular.
I tell you what, if I can have 1,000 more people like her, I'd be doing good.
If we all had 1,000 more people like her, we'd all be happier.
Yep.
What you have a Facebook page, of course. Do you have a regular web page?
I don't, and I know that's something I need to get. Everybody I talk to, that's the first thing they ask me if I have a website. And up until about 2 months ago, I didn't realize the need for one, but it seems to be a necessity if you're gonna pursue the music thing. So that's something I do need to get.
All right, so you just have the one Facebook page, or do you have a couple different ones?
I have one for my acoustic project. I'm kind of spread out all over the place, and maybe I'm not doing it the right way. I'm not sure, but I have a acoustic page. But that's something that I've been doing now for 3 years, and it's called Non-Proof. It's me and another guy, and I have my original music page, and that's probably the main one to keep up with if you want to get my music, and it's just Kyle Diagle Original Music. You type that in, and I think it's a picture of me sitting on a swing with a big cheesy grin on my face.
You said they can go. You said that you have a place where they can go download your music.
Yeah, if you go, if you're an iPhone user, you would use iTunes. I think an Android, you would go to Google Play, and it's basically everywhere. If you have Spotify, you can download it on Spotify. You can go to YouTube. Any digital center you can find. It's also on CD Baby. I know a lot of people like to use CD Baby. So, but if you just type in my name, and the name of the EP is What the Old Folks Say. So if you go to just a normal search engine and you type in Kyle Diagle, What the Old Folks Say, it'll bring up several different search engines where you can find the music.
Now, what is it about CD Baby that everybody seems to like? I've never really looked at it.
It's an outlet. It's basically a one-stop shop, and there are competitors out there. But basically what it is you upload your music, and it asks you some information. And rather than you putting it on iTunes and then putting it on Spotify and then putting it on YouTube, you upload it one time, and it goes across all the media outlets. So it's like a one-stop shop.
Now, does that cost anything?
It does. You have a startup fee, and but I don't even remember what it was. It really wasn't bad in order to, especially for everything they do for you. I mean, they'll make a website for you. They'll make you CDs. They'll make you covers. They'll do everything for you. So if you're an independent artist.
Now, that costs you, but does it cost the listener to tune in?
Trying to do it.
I'm sorry. Yeah. What's that? Broke up a little bit.
If you're an independent artist, it's definitely want to go to. And there's some competitors. There's a company called TuneCore, and they do the same thing, but different websites take a different percentage of the song. So, I mean, it's all up to you if you want to pay more up front and have a certain percentage taken out. But there
he went again.
We're losing you a bit over here, dude.
I don't know what's going on. I'm showing full service.
Yeah, just lost the last part of your sentence there. Now you pay to put your music on there?
You pay a one-time fee, and I think you do pay a small percentage. Like when you sell a song on iTunes, I want to say they take a couple cents per dollar or whatever it is, but it's really not enough to even worry about.
Well, that's not bad though, because that saves you the hassle.
Oh, definitely. I mean, otherwise, if you had to manage each site independently, you couldn't do it, and you'd end up having to hire somebody to help you. So, I mean, it's worth just doing it, that way.
So what does it cost the listener to get a song off of that?
I think right now it is different sites. Like if you go to CD Baby, it's one price, but I think honestly your cheapest option, if you wanted to actually own the song and have it on your phone, would be iTunes or Google Play. I think it's 99 cents.
Yeah, that's
per song. And if you wanted to buy the whole album, I think it's $3 or $4.
Wow, that's not bad at all. You can't go in a store and buy it for that.
Oh no, I think the days of CDs it's not over yet, but I think we headed towards that, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, everything's digital. I don't think it'll be long, and pretty soon, there won't be anything. It'll be a digital file, or it won't be anything.
Yeah, and it's kind of a good thing. Times are changing. But you don't have to worry about a CD scratching, and you'll have the song forever.
Yeah, but what, for us older folks though, man, it's just not the same. I mean, of course, I've been through the 8-tracks and the cassettes and through all that stuff, but I mean, it's still not the same when you jump in your ride, and push a CD into the slot and get to listen to your music.
Yeah, I can agree to that. Just like a record, it's hard
when you've got your headset on and you listen to a CD and you listen to all the sounds that you wouldn't normally hear when you hear it out of the radio, you just hear lots of different sounds.
Yeah, you do. That's right. There is a deepness to it when you have the ear gear on. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. It sounds a lot better with the earbuds in.
Yeah, you can hear people. Sometimes you can even hear them breathe, or you can hear them at the end of a stroke on the neck of the guitar, as they change keys. I mean, you can hear all kinds of cymbals and little things that you normally wouldn't hear. You can pick those up.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's funny, too, because it's funny you say that, because whenever you record a song, especially, you're recording your own original song, and you can hear things like that probably the average person can't hear, but because it's you can, you critique yourself to death, so you're always going to hear something a little bit different that you didn't want to do that way, or that you would do different. So
Yeah, but the nice thing is you can go back and you can clean all that up and get rid of it, too.
Yeah, thank God, certainly.
Yeah, I know. There is a big difference. I remember when I started in radio, everything was like on reel-to-reels, and you had to learn how to splice the tape and cut out little pieces of tape and tape it back together. Oh, my God, what a job that was.
Oh, yeah. Thank God for technology. It's good and bad, I guess.
Mind if we ask how old you are?
I'm 30. 30 years old.
Hell, still got a long way to go.
I guess. Sometimes I feel a little older.
That's one way to look at it, I reckon.
Yeah, matter of fact, we was coming back to the hotel room and we had to pass on Bourbon Street. I know y'all heard of Bourbon Street.
Oh, of course.
No.
Well, that's Party Central. So we walked out of the Hard Rock Cafe and it's right on Bourbon Street. So it was just flooded with people and alcohol. There's a big festival going on here right now, and that's what I told my girlfriend. I said, it's crazy we're getting older, because there was a time, 18, 19 years old, that this was my scene. This is what I wanted to do, and now we couldn't wait to get back to the hotel room.
Uh-oh.
You'll have a hot chocolate and your slippers on by 10 o'clock.
Oh, absolutely.
I know the feeling. I just turned 59 a few days ago.
Yeah, well, I hear you.
Hitting me hard. Well, that's pretty cool, man. It sounds like you got it all going on over there, and your music is just fantastic, man. I mean, I was surprised at how good it was. I just can't say enough about how good you sound.
I appreciate it. So it doesn't really sound too Cajun, right? It sounds country, correct?
Are you kidding me? I'm sitting here the whole time listening to you talk, and I've been to Louisiana a million times and met all kinds of people over my years of truck driving and all that, and but to hear you talk and then to hear you sing, there is such a difference. I mean, you have no clue, from what it sounds like to somebody else's ears to hear you sing versus listening to you talk. It's amazing.
Yeah, I had people that I've been knowing my whole life, and when I went to show them the song, they wouldn't even believe me, because it is crazy. I mean, and one of the things I compare it to is Keith Urban. Everybody knows Keith Urban. I mean, whenever you hear him talk, he's Australian, so you hear that. And then when he sings, it goes away.
I know. There's a lot of singers like that, actually, whether they're from Australia, England, or right here in the U.S. It's just amazing. I mean, like now Steve Hickman, we love this guy, man. He does some great stuff. And to talk to him, he's got the deepish kind of raspy, I don't know how to really describe his voice, but when he sings, you hear that, but yet you hear him in a whole different way, and it's like, man, this is just so weird. And all these other people that have been on the show with us, we've had numerous amounts of new independent artists coming on here, and it's just, we talk to him, and it's like, this is the same guy that's singing this song. I can't even believe that.
I know. It's crazy, man. I don't know what it is. It's a phenomenon.
I've been in radio quite a long time, and it still amazes me that, that anybody with an accent, and like Donna, for example, when she sings, it's completely different than when she talks. You'd never even know it, except for when she says ing.
Ing.
Yeah. I guess when you're singing, you're really pushing out, and you got emotions built up, and it's kind of makes you, I don't know, maybe roll you.
You guys are singing, whereas I'm singing.
Yeah, singing.
There you go.
Well, Mel Tillis is a good example, because Mel Tillis stutters something serious, but when he sings, you would never have a clue that the man had a stutter. It's amazing.
That's a good example. I don't even think of that one.
Yeah, it's quite crazy, man, to hear him sing, and then you hear him talk, and you can hardly understand him when he talks.
The power of music.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, isn't it?
Say hello to Debra in the chat room.
Hello, Debra.
Debra that holds the tits.
Debra.
DeBroad.
Hey, I tell you what, I'm gonna practice that one, and then next time we're on, I'll be able to say it better.
Well, her name's Deborah, but she's Debra that holds the tits.
Debra, I got Debra. Okay, I'm with you. I got you.
That's just the way it is over here. Well, is there anything else you'd like to? Oh, I know. I got to ask you. What do you drive?
I drive a 1999 F-250.
An F-250?
That's right.
You are the man. Score one for Kyle Diagle. Yes, sir.
And that's what you drive, right? I've seen that on your Facebook page.
That's right. I wouldn't have anything but an old Dorf.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what? I ask people all the time, when people ask me, when I'm going to get a new one, it's paid for, man.
That's right. So is mine. And I'll tell you what, it's cheaper to make those payments to fix the thing when something goes wrong than it is to go buy a new one.
Oh, absolutely. And, on that topic, it's funny. My girlfriend drives a 2009 Explorer truck. And that was one of the things I was telling y'all about. I had a hellish start of a weekend right after the Tim McGraw.
Yes.
Yeah. So we in the Tim McGraw concert, and Tim McGraw and Faith Hill walk out. So naturally, we distracted. We want to shake their hands, and in the meantime, we put the car keys down. And when we look down to get them, they're gone. Somebody took the car keys. So it's a newer vehicle, so there's a chip inside the key. So we call it Pop-A-Lock, and that was a $350 ordeal. They had to come down, and it was one thing after another. And then no sooner we get that fixed, we pull out the parking garage. We go to downtown New Orleans to have a bite to eat. We get out the restaurant, walk back to the car. We got a parking ticket, so that's another $60.
Oh man!
Gosh.
Yeah, and then we get back to the hotel room, and the parking garage we paid for was full, so we had to upgrade to another parking garage. So that was another $20. It's just always.
Isn't that amazing how they worked that one out?
Oh yeah, they trust me. They're making a killing down here.
I'm sorry, sir, but the garage is full. You'll have to spend more money.
Yeah, imagine that, huh?
Yeah, especially when you reserved a space, chumps.
Yeah, trust
wow.
me.
John Chandler in the chat room says, hello, Kyle.
Hello, what's happening?
That's the rubber duck right there.
That's the rubber duck trucking.
There you go.
What else do you, is that what you do now full-time is music, or do you have a job?
No, I actually, I would love to do it full-time, and maybe one day, hopefully, but right now I'm actually working for a contractor. I work in the chemical refineries.
Oh, no, really?
Yep. So busy life, but it pays good, so I try not to complain.
You have to wear protective clothing, or are you in some kind of safe area?
Depending on the facility you go into, some of them are, you need FRCs, which is fire retardant clothing.
Right.
Some of them you need chemical boots and different respirators. So
yeah, when I used to go to Baytown, I hauled a lot of stuff out of those plants down there, and they were always like, you got to wear this and you got to wear that, and you have to watch a video before you go in and learn what each siren means and all these different warnings and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, man, who the hell would want to work in this place?
It's a lot to keep up with, and actually the position that I hold is a regional safety manager. So I don't just go in one facility, I go in 30 a week. So, I mean, it's a lot to keep up with. Like you say, you got to watch a video every place you go in. Some of them you got to be clean shaven. Some of them you don't have to be. So it's hard to keep up with. But
so if anybody knows the rules, you know them.
I know the rules. That's for certain.
Wow, that's crazy.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years in your music career?
Well, I'd like to say doing it full time, but who knows? You know, that's definitely where I'd like to be. Maybe opening for some bigger acts, just kind of climbing the ranks that way. But
well, I don't know why you couldn't be, man. With the music you got, you ought to be able to do that piece of cake.
Yeah, a lot of what it is just networking and meeting the right guys that can make it happen. You know, that's one of the hardest parts is meeting the right people.
Do you know Kelly Lee Phillips?
I don't.
I just wondered how you were saying she was wanting to hear him. I wondered how the two were connected. I thought she set us up with him. I didn't realize that.
I can't remember how I got in contact with you. I think I just saw you on Facebook, didn't I think?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Wasn't it through, I think, one of Brian's? Don't y'all interview Brian James?
Yeah, that's right. And then I dragged you in by your ears.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I have Brian on my Facebook, which is, if Brian's listening, I definitely a shout out to him. He's a fantastic artist and definitely keeps it country. That's what I love about him.
Oh, yeah, that's all good stuff, too, man. That's what I said earlier. Just everybody that's been through here has been fantastic music. We have not had a complaint about anyone, and neither has anybody else. They're just you guys all got it going on. It's like you got your own little network of real music going on out there.
That's what it's about. You know, a lot of people are crying out for real music, and not trying to knock some of the newer stuff coming out, man, but some of it just gets a little crazy sometimes, and people a lot of times want to take it back to the roots, and that's why it's good, you know, guys like me and Brian and a lot of guys y'all have on, I can honestly say they're keeping it country, you know.
Now, have you thought about this? What do you think about, now everybody's trying to do an older style country music, trying to get away from the rap crap and the, the kind of country that nobody really likes. There's a few, of course, but I mean, what do you think about as time goes on here and folks like you and Wes Brown and Steve Hickman and all the rest of you guys start bringing back this great country style music? What do you think the young people are going to think, or do you think they'll grow into it, or they'll stick with it, or got any thoughts on that?
It's hard to say. I think a lot of it is how you was brought up. And, a lot of people, whenever they listen to music, I mean, at least for me and a lot of people I know, when you turn on the radio and you listen to a song, you want to be told a story. You want it to be something you can relate to. You want it to be something you can feel. And I think the older style country, and really that's what country is all about. It's about telling a song, the steel guitar and things like that. So it's just a feeling you get from listening to real country music. And some people will never adapt to it. I mean, you got people that like what's his name, Sam Hunt, and I'm not knocking Sam Hunt, but you got people that like that style of music, and it's not for me, and it's not for a lot of people I know. So I mean,
right. And
it's hard to say.
Go ahead.
It's just hard. It's hard to say, man. I think you'll have some people that no matter how much real music comes out, they won't gravitate to it. But I think you'll have some that do.
But if you're like me, you're probably thinking that it'll always have a life.
I think so. I mean, I'm 30 years old, so I mean, that's the kind of music I like, and I have some family members that are young, 15 and 19 years old, and they like real country music.
But they were brought up around it.
They were brought up around it, yeah.
So just like you said, if you're raised around it, it becomes part of your soul and part of your life.
And I think, look, I'm not knocking any music because, I mean, music is music, but I think there's a place for every type of music, and I just don't like to get it confused. I like country to be country and pop to be pop and rock to be. I listen to it all. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't, but music,
it's when it starts crossing the line that I don't like it. Those crossover kind of things. I'm not a big Colt Ford fan. I don't care for some of the stuff that he does. Now he's got some great tunes, but some of his stuff is just too mixed up with too many different styles, and I just don't care for that.
Right. And diversity is good. You need a little bit of everything, but I like to see country music stay country music. I mean, it's a way of life, and from the older generations, Hank Williams, it stayed a certain way for a reason. And there's actually a song that came on, and I got a lot of heat off of it because I posted a comment on Facebook. But I don't know if y'all familiar with the song by Hank Williams in country music, You Just Don't Use the F Word.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Well, there's a new country song out right now that, I cuss just like the next person, but I don't think the F word and certain things belong in country music. So
no, absolutely not. And like you said, there's a time and place for that, and that kind of stuff can stay on the rap scene as far as I'm concerned.
That's right.
I don't know how else to say it, but just come out and say it. I have no use for that stuff. It's not my style. I was raised with disco and blues and jazz and the Temptations and a lot of Motown music, but it wasn't like it is today, man. It was all Motown music was like country music in the sense that the words there was a story. There was no cussing, no swearing, no beating up people, none of that stuff. And it's all changed, and and even some countries gotten pretty bad in that respect. And again, Donna and I both, and probably most of our listeners, are just so glad that you guys are bringing back this real, down to earth, telling a story, like you said. Because in the 70s, I grew up with 70s rock too, and it was always a story. I mean, the Stones did songs that were stories about things that happened. You just don't see that anymore, and you guys are starting to bring all that back, and that's what's so cool about it.
Yeah, it seems to be the way things are today. It's not about the lyrics anymore. It's about the beat. It's about just the flow, and it's not what country is about. But it's coming back. I see it a little bit every day. Country's coming back, real country.
And thank you for being one of the ones to bring it back.
No problem.
I got 10 questions for you, and we'll let you go.
Okay.
What's your favorite word?
Oh, God. I never thought about this.
It's the internet. Feel free to be yourself.
God, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Must have one that you use a lot.
Probably. Oh, shit.
Rate's right up there with the rest of us.
I said that one a lot here in New Orleans this weekend.
I bet. Yeah, I can imagine. I bet the cop heard you say it too.
I shouldn't be laughing at you, but it's kind of funny.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
That's right. What's your least favorite word?
Well, these are getting tougher and tougher. I don't know. I'm talking to my girlfriend now. Baby, what's my least favorite word? Do you know? She's looking at me like
there must be something you can't stand to hear people say.
Don't you hate the word bae when people call their husband bae instead of baby or...
Yeah, I don't like pet names, certainly. I don't know. That's a good one. Y'all got me stumped.
Well, there's something for you to think about then. What turns you on besides your girlfriend?
Yeah, I was about to say, well, besides my girlfriend, good music, man, good music. And Crown Royal.
There you go. Good man. What turns you off?
bad music and no Crown Royal.
No what?
Crown Royal.
What's Crown Royal?
It's a drink 'em up kind of thing.
Oh, all right.
I will get some. I'll give you a shot sometime.
He says certain words very fast, and I have to be like, "What did he say?"
What sound do you love?
I love my hometown, Bell River, Louisiana. We live on the water. Wouldn't change it.
Okay, let me repeat it. What sound do you love?
Oh, what sound do I love?
Having trouble understanding that Yankee.
I love the sound of a good E chord on the guitar ringing out.
What sound do you hate?
Rap music.
What's your favorite curse word?
Honestly, even though it doesn't belong in country music, I like to say fuck.
I heard you, man. I say bastard all the time. Yeah, bastard.
Bastards.
What profession other than yours would you like to attempt?
Other than construction?
Well, in your case, because you do that, but you also sing, so I guess you could pick one of. Yeah, what profession other than yours, meaning your job, would you like to attempt?
Anything music. I could tell you one of my dreams is to open up a bar and grill just based around the music scene.
Oh,
so
hell yeah.
That's definitely a dream of mine.
What profession would you not like to do?
I would like to not do construction anymore.
Okay, last one. This is the easy one. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
The crown royal is waiting on you. That would be a beautiful thing. Have a drink with all my people that passed on.
And if God gives a little hiccup, more power to him.
That's right.
Thank you very much, my friend. That's awesome. Gotta love it.
No problem. Thank y'all for having me.
Hey, anything you'd like to add?
Well, I just hope everybody can understand me, and y'all keep up with me on Facebook. Be sure and add my page, and let's keep in touch.
Hey, what can you sing for us so we all understand you for once?
I tell you what, my girlfriend's sitting right on the side of me, and she always wanted to do a jingle. So I think we should let her do a jingle.
Come on.
a Yankee and the Brit jingle.
Hey.
Hey, there's an idea.
Come do it.
This is so funny. Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Let's hear what you got.
Okay. Think about
See, y'all can understand her pretty good, huh?
I think so. Go on, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm not as Cajun as Kyle is.
She's from the city. I had to go to the city to pick her up.
Oh, big mistake.
She did come there.
Yeah.
She did.
So what jingle have you got for us today?
Well, I didn't practice anything. Kyle totally just surprised me with this. And I always wanted to do a radio jingle, so we'll wrap it up and say, let's see.
Yankee and the Brit, that's the name of it.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in to the Yankee and the Brit.
Hey, that's all right. That's not bad at all.
I'll have to work on that. I'll definitely send y'all something.
You got to get in the studio.
Oh, we're gonna get her in. She's actually a singer also. So we're working on her CD as well.
Ooh, does she do backup singing for you?
She does. Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Are you kidding me? That's great.
Yeah, we're a little team.
Nothing wrong with that. They're a team.
Oh, they're a team. I wish you'd talk in English.
Talking cool now.
All right there, well, coon-ass, we're going to get out of here.
All right, well, y'all keep in touch now. Thank y'all for having us.
Thank you very much. What's your girlfriend's name?
Her name is Jenna.
Jenna?
All right,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you so
That's
much,
beautiful.
Jenna and Kyle.
Thanks, Jenna. You guys have a good night, and we appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us for a little while. Great conversation. Nice talking with you, and good luck with the music.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Beautiful.
Oh, and Kyle.
Yes.
Make sure you let us know. Post on the Yankee and the Brit page when your CD comes out, and then we can let everybody know.
I sure will. I appreciate that. And I'll also let y'all know when I start doing live feeds.
Yeah, please do.
So that'll work. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Take care, my friend.
Bye.
All righty.
It's a country Saturday night with the Yankee and the Brit on RTM Radio Network.
From Kyle Steve Hickman, and I want to be that man. Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. Lee Godfrey.
Oh, shit, what's that?
What the hell was that? Jesus
What's
Christ
that?
Almighty, you broke
Oh, it's
the
my
damn
headset.
thing. Oh, is that all it was? All right, then. Lee Godfrey, my man, what's going on,
Lee
bro?
Godfrey in the chat room, and Debra that holds the tits has gone to bed.
Lee wants to know how we're doing. Well, we're happier than a couple puppies with 2 Peters.
Yeah, we just had Kyle on the show, and he talks kind of funny, but he's pretty cool.
Kyle Diagle, man, awesome. Great interview. Yes. Guy knows what he's talking about, got it all together, can't beat it. And his girlfriend jumped in and did a little jingle.
Yes, she did.
That was pretty cool.
Ooh, excuse me. So, yeah, it's been a good night.
Yeah, having a little fun over here. So how's it going over your way? You trucking or are you at home or what's going on with all that? Taking it easy? No matter what you do, take it easy. That's
we are still working on a little playlist for your stick, Mr. Lee. And I have a piece of paper right here with
you
some
gonna put a playlist
songs
on his stick? That should be interesting.
Look,
you gonna tattoo
don't
it on
tell
there?
Lee what's on that list, but see, I've got some songs lined
Pure
up.
Grain Trucking Song.
I said, don't tell him what's on the list.
Shut up then,
dickwad.
Idiot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What a maroon.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We know how Lee likes to Lee's talking about it. Winds up to 40 miles an hour, man. It's been like that around here all day today. I did some painting earlier and washed some clothes and hung them out in the line. And I found Donna's panties in the middle of town up there later on when we went to the store. Friggin' wind is insane, man. Every time I turn around, the clothes were all off the line again. It's like, come on, cut me some slack. And then I was doing a little painting, and I'm sure I must have got some of the spray on Dorothy's house up in Kansas. My God, it's friggin' ridiculous today. I don't know if it's supposed to go away or not. It's supposed to get some rain tomorrow sometime. That should be interesting. I hope the winds go away, though. You know, I love Texas, but I'll tell you what, in the springtime, the winds are ridiculous. All the trees have a permanent lean toward the north from the southerly winds that blow around here all the time. They all grow that way. It's crazy, man. If you look at the trees, you'll see what I mean. But, wow, insane. Got home last night, made up 34 hours, and left the house and headed to South Carolina. Well, that sounds like it should be an interesting ride. I always loved going to the South. It was always a great place to be. Junior Brown, Semi-Crazy, the Yankee and the Brit. Lance Stinson, his tail lights and dust. Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. That's a nice-looking kind of truck there, Lee. At least it's got a hood on it, I'll give you that much. Jeez. All these freaking guys in these stupid, slope-nosed, ugly-looking, anteater, pissy, ugly friggin' trucks. Jesus Christ. Get something with a fucking hood. I don't know anybody, you know, and I know the issues of driving with a hood, not being able to see over it, and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I never hit anything with mine. I did have a wonderful cab over, Freightliner cab over years ago. I'll tell you what, I love that truck. That was just the nicest damn thing. Brand new out of the factory. Of course, some fucking trainee fucking was his turn to drive. He fucking burned a cigarette hole in it, that bastard. Brand new truck. Beautiful blue interior. White outside. I put moons on it, nice caps, chrome caps, and painted the wheels up and kept it clean. And the tanks were all nice and shiny. Oh, what a nice truck. Oh, it was sweet. But that's, and I've had one of these hoods before. They're nice. I love those trucks. Man, the old Freightliners were cooler than shit. Of course, my favorite is an old needle-nose Pete from way back in the day, but you don't see too many of them out there anymore. But that's not a bad-looking truck, man. That's a lot of good shit going to the ground, so you can't complain about that. Hard to believe the mileage, though. I had one of them classic Freightliner, what the hell was that, Century Classic? What the hell was that thing? It's an ugly truck, too, but I'll tell you what, it was a runner, man. He had that bitch cranked up, and I went down Route 11 in Ohio, and it had the fuel mileage reader on it, you know. I got 11.5 miles to the gallon in that truck. It was empty. And no wind or nothing like that, no issues, but I set the cruise control and I just let it ride, man. I set it right at the speed limit and let it go. It was 55 then for trucks. I don't know what it is now, but it was 11 and some miles to the gallon. I told the boss he about shit himself. He says, how the fuck you do that? He was happy. I got a little bonus in my paycheck because the more fuel you saved, he'd give you a little bonus. So, and I'm so sorry I quit working for that guy. I shouldn't have left, but that's the only way I got to Texas. But it was a hell of a truck. I really liked it, man. It was a damn good runner and fast, lots of power, a little ugly, but he took good care of it. You know, if I had one complaint about something wasn't right, he'd fix it. I mean, it was awesome. Those are the kind of guys it's nice to work for. Country Boy, Aaron Lewis. Yankee and the Brit. Country Night, Kyle Diagle. Thanks, Kyle. And his girlfriend, Jenna. Beautiful conversation. Great man. And his music. Oh, my God, his music is friggin' awesome, man. We'll be playing that for sure. All righty, one more tune for the road, and we are out of here. Lee, I got to tell you, man, don't bring that truck to Texas. You'll never keep up. Anything under 75. Shit, down here, plan on burning some fuel, man. Of course, there ain't many trucks left can go anywhere anyways. All these 68-mile-an-hour morons in the friggin' way all the time. Can't even get down the highway anymore. I sure wish to hell you guys, not you, of course, probably, but a lot of these idiots, I wish they'd learn to stay out of the left lane. Of course, you look at 20 down there, 4 lanes wide, and fucking trucks running in the left lane and side by side, and they can't pass each other. And all those lanes, and they're still blocking traffic. What the hell, man? I just don't understand what these idiots are thinking, man. Look in your damn mirrors. You know, you can see you're holding up traffic. Be the hero. Get out of the way. You know, it's not your fault probably you're driving a 68-mile-an-hour truck, but this is Texas, buddy. We get shit done around here. We ain't got time for all that crap. Ain't nobody got time for that. Anyways, y'all take care. Love you guys. We'll be back tomorrow night with whatever you want. Come on in. Name your tune. Name your poison, and we'll jam it for you. Until tomorrow night, Lee, everybody else, take care of y'all self, and we'll see you then. Say goodnight, Donna.
Night.
Chicken Lights and Chrome, baby. Jesse Watson. We be gone. Nighty-night, y'all. The Lone Star State. Good night, everybody.